Dude, we got to get that new ISIS. But that's funny though, because like I really did. And my senior year, I took like as many current event classes and stuff as I could because I was so tired of learning about fucking World War I for the 700th time, World War II for the 800th time, and I was like, bro, teach me some shit that's going on like now. Like some shit that I give a fuck about because I don't care. I don't fucking care about World War II anymore.
These crackers killing each other.
I don't care anymore. Like,
here's some new news.
I don't care about Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about all these losing efforts. You know, I mean, well, I guess the Middle East was a losing effort as well. I guess we didn't really do shit over there. We just stirred up like a fucking hornet's nest.
We made a few people very rich.
We started a war that can never be ended. Like,
dude,
there's no motive. There's no point on the battlefield that literally signifies a victory. We're just like, keep throwing the marker like further down the road. We're like, yeah, I mean, they don't have weapons of mass destruction, but do you really want to leave these people in charge? And we're just like, just keep doing that for like 20, 30 years. Like generations of kids just go to war and time just keeps on ticking on.
It is literally just it's
just that repeated until we all explode.
Sure you want these motherfuckers over here? And we're like,
but you know Russia's coming, right? And they're like, fuck.
You look like you could use some democracy.
Yeah, well, that's funny now because like we're like we're like partners with like the Taliban. I feel like nowadays, like I feel like now they're like the government over. Well, I mean, we always have been. I mean, we here know the real story. Like we know that we've always been down with the ban.
We had that clip on our intro a couple weeks back with Donald Rumsfeld, and he's like caught on a live mic being shocked that he was caught on Iraqi TV. Yeah. He's just like, he's like, where'd you get this footage? And they're like, we found this in the CNN archives. He's like, would you look at that? There I am. It's like, you dirty motherfucker. Like
that shit used to autoplay on my MySpace.
You're like, I was listening. I hated Donald Rumsfeld so long ago. It was on MySpace. You're doing the same thing.
Dude, did you get a fucking shiner there, Jack?
I didn't get a shiner. My eyes are always that dark. I don't know why.
What's on your nose?
My nose though is a puppy scratch. That dog, you know that dog that keeps interrupting our podcast and barking.
Did you shoot that little cocksucker yet?
Dude, it got put down this week. I took it over my head and I gave it the spine buster over the knee.
This is the money, motherfucker.
One blow cracked it in half. It was it actually, that's why I made that poll on Twitter. I don't know if you guys saw it. If you had to walk the plank, would you rather frog splash, 450 splash, swanton bomb, or moonsault?
Moonsault, because seeing a fat guy moonsault is just so outrageous. When you see someone that you don't think can do a moonsault do one, it pop.
Well,
dude,
spoiler
his feet
alert,
come around and then his gut. Yeah,
spoiler alert, I covered myself in house paint and took my fingers like this and swanton bombed off the fucking couch onto that dead dog and took it for the 3 count.
Oh fuck, that's so funny. And then left it for your girlfriend to clean up. You're like, I got work. I got work to do. I got to shoot a podcast.
I took care of the dog.
now you take care of the dog. You do your part.
This is for the podcast. Don't fuck with this. This is the money.
That's where how we pay for the dog
Jack
food.
We're not handing out free advertisement. That's the first time Jack's ever thrown his own advertisement. A little Coca-Cola, Jack.
Dude, I'm a corporate sellout. Look at this. I got the Christmas and the Coke. I got Macaulay Culkin, dude. I'm just like,
all sellout.
I'm all capitalism right now, bro.
Bro, there we go.
Left out.
Dude, we're all rocking Coke product. What up?
We're all, dude. Coke, sponsor us.
Fucking chill.
Seriously, dude. And maybe share our shit because I'm not even gonna say their name. Just let you know that I read the handbook and it's bullshit. But yeah, so how are we doing, fellas? How we been since last week? Anything?
Doing good. Merry Christmas. I went to that Louis C.K. show.
Yeah. Tell us about that. How was that?
That shit was awesome. I mean, not a surprise at all. Jordan Jensen was the opener and she fucking killed it. I don't know if you guys know about her. You guys should check her out if you're not familiar, but she's a really funny comic. And
Did he jerk off in front of her?
I mean, that's probably how she got the job. But yeah, no, the show was incredible. Grand Ole Opry. Had a good time. Stu, what about you? What's new with you, buddy?
Just working. Went up north, saw the family for the holidays, celebrated my mother's 60th birthday.
That's a young lady.
Yeah, you got to celebrate the big ones.
60 years old, man.
So what did you get? What did you get her? Like a silver watch, or what's the 60th birthday?
What did I get? I got her a Mel Brooks book. And
love Mel Brooks.
I got her a band tee. I can't remember what. Oh, the police band tee, Synchronicity.
Oh, I got her the same thing. Shit.
Oh,
damn, dude.
Damn, dude, did you keep your receipt? I didn't.
No, dude. Your mom deserves whatever I give her. and she don't take anything. And she don't take anything bad.
You have no idea.
Oh, that's so...
She doesn't get rid of anything, even if she should have.
She never takes out the trash. That's for damn sure. Yeah. Well, good. Well, what are you? What are our plans for the? I mean, I know Stu's gonna have a Springfield Christmas, but Bogans.
We're gonna light a boot on fire.
I'll be seeing you by.
So yeah, you sneaking up here, huh?
Yeah, might have to do something in person.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Yeah, I don't know. I have to do the rounds this weekend. Not excited about it, but
all 5 of your families.
Fucking ridiculous. But Merry Christmas! Can't wait. And it's supposed to snow here on Thursday. Fucking can't hope. I don't know if I believe it or not, but we'll see. I hope it does not snow, but we shall see.
Well, if Kanye keeps yapping up, they might snow a lot. You know what I mean?
We're getting down to like -8 in a winter.
Come on, that was a good one.
Yeah, I know it was, but yeah, no, I saw that. It's supposed to be fucking negative. It's maybe pretty ridiculous, but then it gets like back into normal. So whatever. But so what should we get into today? What do we need to start with today? I'm trying to look through we got a lot of shit today. I'm trying to figure out like
it's a real meeting of the minds.
It's gonna be a packed one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I mean, we could start with shit. I mean, Jack and his Trump. I mean, Jack, are you gonna get a Trump NFT? I definitely. I almost thought about getting you a Trump NFT for Christmas. $99. Yeah, I know. That's why I couldn't get Jack an NFT for Christmas. It's because, dude, the fucking Trumpers were about that shit. Quick.
Bro, I was actually I could have gotten it in time. Like I was on the website when they were still available because like I still have some crypto left over and I wanted to just kind of fuck around with it.
Oh, they emailed you first, dude.
What?
They emailed you first.
Dude, are these the options?
So no, okay. So there's some funny shit about this. So apparently like all the clothing that was used in this was just like ripped off of like fucking, off fashion model websites and like he was superimposed over it. Apparently some of the NFT backgrounds are completely like stolen artwork that like it's like there's just like a lot of fucking things that are already fucked up with it. But he made like a cool $4.5 million like right out the get. He makes a 10% cut of every time there's a transaction sold. So like say you sell for $10,000, he gets 1,000 of it, and that's in perpetuity. So again, I mean, it's funny, but no, these NFTs are fucking like so low quality, so funny. Like it, like the artwork is laughable. Like if you're watching this podcast right now, what's that?
You could see watermarks on some of them.
But I wanted to buy one because I wanted to buy like a bunch of them and just like hold them over fucking some Trumpers' heads and like try to really milk that bag, because they're you imagine if you're even like slightly into crypto and you don't have a Trump NFT, how bad you're gonna want one.
Like, well, it's funny is all these old people that
and part of it, if each ticket you bought went towards you possibly winning a sweepstakes where you could have dinner with 45. So,
or
I almost included that. Almost,
dude.
They have a couple of prizes. You can have a Zoom session. You can have a dinner with him in Miami.
Dude, imagine getting him on this fucking Zoom. Like, tell him it's a Zoom session, and in reality, it's pop culture rehab, and we just get Trump on there for fucking.
Dude, which one of these are the sickest? Which one would you, if you had to hang one up? Which one would you put up behind? I mean, because like I'm looking at these and I'm thinking,
Sheriff
This one-
Cowboy Mountain.
That's the one I'm thinking. Walker, Texas Trump, dude. I'm fucking about it. Look at
Yeah,
that shit.
Definitely.
Can we zoom in on that?
Cock
Oh, no.
Diesel Ranch Trump. That's what I
Un
want.
Dude.
momento.
I like how we
wish,
all gravitated to that Trump.
I wish we could take off the belt.
because he's
Like,
a
I wish
Dude, that Trump looks like he just got done getting all the Mexicans out of Mexico.
He's a
Like,
prick
he's
from
like a
New York
rancher.
City.
He just
It's
oh
so not him.
dude, yeah, his big old, like his little fucking the long dick of the law. Oh, that's the Miami dinner one.
Hey, there you go, Miami. Yeah.
Damn,
Ooh,
individual
you want to play
Zoom,
golf?
group
go.
Zoom. Damn, I'd be pissed if I fucking was in a group Zoom session and then found out that there was fuckers that got individual sessions.
Ooh, look at race car
100%.
drive Trump.
Oh, dude,
Stock
and
car
it's got
Trump.
the DT. Yeah, that's pretty
nice.
sick. Yeah, but you get the least cool prize though, hand signed memorabilia.
That depends on
I want a
what it is.
Mar-a-Lago group cocktail hour. That'd be kind of sick. Or play golf. I don't know. I mean, these are all pretty sick.
The funniest thing was, because it's like old people who don't understand, non-fungible crypto shit, like me, and they bought it, and then they don't know how to access it. They're like, I don't know how to view it. You're like, well, fucked up.
Dude, there's some hustlers though, because so I told Jack about we were going to we're looking into the Don Jr. fucking Christmas gift for him until we find out that he charges $500 for the guy. 500. What was it? What is that thing called?
it's $500 for a
Cameo.
cameo.
That's what it's called. Yeah, and it's like, damn. I mean, I can't give Don Jr. $500.
You can't give
But,
Don
like-
Jr. $500 when you can get 10 Chris Hansons for that money, dude. There's way better ways to put $500 on a cameo, bro. You could probably at this point you could probably put $30 in fucking R. Kelly's fucking till in prison and get some fucking nice cameo time.
Look how big his hands are in those NFTs.
And look at the awful Photoshop job on his
Yeah,
head.
They're
there's the
so
head,
bad.
Come on, man.
Think about it though. $500, you can get 5 of these bad boys.
I don't know what's worse, a Trump NFT quality or Pop Culture Rehab thumbnails. All pretty shitty.
Christ.
Dude, it's
I love the laser eyes.
dude.
I'm taking that
Even
back.
knows
That's my
it's
new
a thing.
favorite. Fucking right, dude.
dude, I like the stonks one. Look at this one. Look at the stonks.
So badly done. I love it.
Actually, the one where he has the gun over his shoulder right there is
That's the
like
one with the
it
watermark.
looks like a much shorter man. He looks like a midget. in
If you
that.
zoom
Border
into
control.
the gun belt there's like an Ace fighter pilot one. If you zoom in, you can still see the watermark that the artist like neglected to erase all the way. So they're definitely gonna get sued by the artist for this shit.
Dude, let's go. This is sick. Yeah, Jack, I wish I'd have known that they were, I mean, I should have known they were gonna go fast, but I'd have bought you one of each. This is sick. Honestly. What is cringier though? This or you mentioned R. Kelly. R. Kelly did release a fucking album a couple weeks ago from prison, talking about I did it or some shit, or like I'm sorry.
he did not go full OJ. He
No,
didn't say,
dude, I swear
if
he
I did it.
it wasn't even an I did it. It was like a confession. Like he like literally put out an album like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, there it is. But
worry,
it's
baby.
not on. But Spotify and Apple got rid of it. It's called I Admit It.
3-part edition of I Admit It. I admit it. Quote, I did it.
Look at this
Holy
shit.
shit.
Yeah,
That's
this is real.
fucking wild.
So would you take a Zoom call with DT, or would you take a prison meal with R. Kelly?
I want a prison listen party with R. Kelly.
Dude. But like he still has to eat prison food and I get to bring takeout. Like I'm gonna bring like my own food. Like
I'm obsessed with prison food TikTok. I know how to make really good food in prison now. I know how to make burritos.
God, but like every time I watch those videos too, and them motherfuckers
Incredible.
they're magicians.
What the fuck
but
are you guys
gold.
talking about? Prison food
Cooking TikTok.
dude, prison
Come on,
TikTok.
Jack.
These
What are
motherfuckers
people
are
like
like
cooking up some like barbecue on the stairs or some shit?
Yes.
dude, I'm talking
Yes.
about like they're using like pans and like I mean they're like frying shit and like
They're using their metal bunks as like a platano, and they're making fucking like pupusas and grilling burgers and making fajitas and shit.
Stuart, I don't know what the fuck a papusa is. Dude. What the fuck are you even talking about? I don't even know if it sounds good or not.
Stuart started putting a little twang on his shit, and Jack's fucking like brain.
Jack rejected it.
His brain was going, no.
I know none of those words. What is a papusa?
I don't know either, but I just thought it was.
It's like
yeah,
a
fuck
corn-
off.
You
I bet Stuart doesn't even know.
Fucking
Stuart's googling it with one hand right now.
It's like a corn-based pastry. Remember, like a pita pocket, but it's like that made of corn, and inside of it is like beans, rice, cheese, anything you want, really. And it's fucking delicious.
I'll tell you what fucks me
Sounds
up.
lovely.
It's so good.
When they use we just talked about how I'm a soda head, but like they always use soda for like they don't have water. They're not using water. They always use like soda to like boil all their shit. And I'm like, what is this? Like you'll see like noodles and they'll like pour like Dr. Pepper in it and like boil it in Dr. Pepper. And it's like, I don't know, dude, there's some wild shit. I think
sometimes the
take
CO is not always going to run you water.
Yeah, that is wild though.
I thought like prison food would just be like a dude crushing up a bag of Doritos and putting it in some ramen or something.
I mean, that's part of it.
Do they have
ramen is always the base of shit.
Yeah, but they've gotten advanced like over the years. I mean, you got to think as time progresses, people are only getting smarter, and then they get locked up, and next thing you know, there's a whole science project in that.
You will crush ramen into a fine powder and then turn it into like pizza crust. Like
they're like fucking smuggling spaghetti into jail. Is this what you guys are telling me? Like red sauces and like tomatoes and
no, you can buy certain things from the what do you call that? The
commissary.
You can buy certain things, and then you just kind of have to make do with what you got. It's a very limited menu, but the options, like the imagination that these motherfuckers have, is incredible. I'm obsessed with it.
I think there should be a prison Top Chef. There was a that'd be sick. There's
wonderful idea.
Yeah, there should be a prison Top Chef. Well, and it can't be Gordon though, because Gordon Ramsay already kind of fucked that up. You remember he had that show for like a minute where he went to jail and he was trying to get them all to like do jobs in prison. Like he basically had like this backwards ass idea of like, if they're going to be in prison, like we're not just going to let them sit there and do fucking nothing all day and sit around. So he walked in there and like gave them all jobs, like tried to run it like a fucking boot camp. But so we'd have to find somebody who at least looks at them like people to put them on.
I know the guy.
I wish it was Prodigy from Mobb Deep. He went to prison and he came out and he actually published a prison cookbook that I own. I wish I had.
Bro, if you're down with Mobb Deep, dude, fuck you too.
Can you imagine having Guy Fieri in a fucking maximum security prison just trying to?
That'd be the shit. He might actually, and he would do it too. Show up, pull up in the converti.
He's like, "This is shit's fire, bro. Give me nugs."
And the winner of Top Chef. What? You go away.
You guys remember the really buff guy? There's like a Marine or something that used to do like Restaurant Impossible or whatever.
The guy with the glasses, the special forces guy.
Glasses, special forces guy. Yeah, that dude would be perfect because he'd fuck ton of food all the time.
He used to cook at prisons. He'd be like, he was like a British guy.
Yeah. That dude.
He go to prisons where the food's absolute shit, and he's like, today we're gonna try to feed 200 inmates with like $300, and he makes incredible shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of related. I talked to Nick about this, or I mentioned it to Nick. I think they should have a cooking show where everybody is on death row and they get to cook their last meal, and the losing last meal person gets killed right then and there, like immediately.
Yeah, dude, that might be even. So you might have planted that. So see, I was thinking that idea was coming a little too. So Top Chef, that could be both, because like we could have, they could be rival shows. We could have that one, and the winner of the Top Chef goes home. Like they get out.
They get out. They walk.
Get out. They literally like just walk out of prison.
And the family of like the victims are just like bawling, crying. It's like that's who's the audience. It's like everybody's like cheering for like their guy to get killed.
That's who puts that white. That's who gives them their final apron. They force like the mom or like the victim like to come downstairs, and they have to like they have to put your final apron on you, tie it around your back, and send you out of prison. That'd be the shit. And then the after hours edition is death row edition, where like straight up, you fucking lose, we just kill you right here. Like you get your choice. Like you get A, B, C, and D. You get like your choice of your method of death. that we get to
even
watch.
no, even
bring
better,
back
even
the-
better. They put everybody in one competition, and everybody's gonna die no matter what. But the top first place gets a nice, easy, lethal injection, and then it just gets worse and worse as it goes down. It's like by the time you get to like the 5th or 6th guy, he's just getting like fucking hung up by his ball sack, like upside down.
Bring
till he
back the
dies.
original Iron Chef guy, the guy who's like, "Shit, what's in?"
Yeah, dude.
Bring
that
him
dude's
back,
baller.
and the loser gets decapitated via katana.
I'm down. I'm here for it.
That'd be
These
fucking
are all
sick,
these are
dude.
all great ideas. This is a great brainstorming session.
Man, Food Network.
We need to go. We need to
Yeah,
meet
hit
with
us
the
up.
network.
You know the email.
Yeah, seriously, quit fucking around. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, if we're gonna be,
We
I mean, we
produce a cooking
already,
show.
yeah. I mean, we already treat. I mean, look, and it's no secret, America, the prison system's not getting any better. We're like the
No.
worst fucking prison system in the world. Maybe
Or
not
the
the
food.
world. We're definitely. I mean, there's definitely maybe worse, but we're pretty fucking bad because we're not about rehabilitation. We're just about punishment. Like it's just like we just want you to hate your life. We're not here about rehabilitating you. So this is only because we're already in the dumps that I'm suggesting this. But yeah, I mean, we already don't treat these people like people. So let's get this fucking fired up. Let's get one of these. Let's get a few seasons, like a test show, 6 episodes. Give us 6 episodes a piece. One of those shows is gonna pop the fuck off. Like you might not want to see some guys succeed. They might be like, damn, that guy killed like a family. Like that guy killed 11 people, and then you made 11 moms tie an apron around him and push him out the door. But the death row one.
I mean,
That
tell
one
me
might
you
pop
wouldn't be
the fuck
captivated
off.
by watching Nicholas Cruz cook a souffle. I mean,
I'm telling you, dude.
tell me
like-
you wouldn't want to see Ted Kaczynski baking a flan.
Well, and that could be the thing. So we could have like they could be episode wise. They could be like types of killers. Like today, who is the
School
best school
shooters.
shooter? Yeah, like who is the best
Oh
school
my
shooter?
God.
Who
They
is
have
the
to
best?
make. They have to make a school like meal in a tray.
Oh my
Present it in a tray.
so fucked.
That's so
I was
good,
thinking we could have a drunk driving episode. We'll have Danny Mac on there.
dude. Have
Oh,
Dan
great.
McLaughlin teach us. I mean, Dan McLaughlin doesn't even. Well, here's the thing: he doesn't get to compete because when you got like 11 of them, like
no, it's just
he-
him versus
he's
Tony
hosting.
LaRussa.
Dude, over who's the yeah.
Who's the
And winner-
DUI king of the Cardinals?
In winter, only one gets to use the "Do you know who I am?" After that, like only one of them. That one of them actually gets to like pocket that. After that, the other one never gets to use it again.
It's like a get out of jail free card. It's just
Yeah, do you know who I am?
he gets to hit a cop with a "Do you know who I am?" and he gets to get out of it.
He's like, damn.
John Wayne
Oh.
Gacy has to cater a children's birthday party.
Is John Wayne? He's
Dressed
still
up.
alive.
No,
I was gonna say Gacy's dead. So we gotta get with the times here. We gotta get
You're
real.
right.
We gotta get some real. Like when they catch this Idaho guy, we'll have
Yeah.
him fucking on here. We'll be
You know
the,
what
we'll be the first
If
people to
we ever
interview
catch
him.
him.
I'm straight up.
would-
I'm about to go down to. I'm about to quit my job and volunteer. Like I'm about to be the guy that just showed up out of nowhere, and they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" I have
This is Nick
no.
the Bounty Hunter.
I have no. I'll put a little fucking dream catcher in my beard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll show up there with a paintball gun, prayers ready to fucking
Zip
go.
ties.
I'm gonna hit Leland up on Facebook if he's not in jail for domestic abuse because I feel like all of them have got some sort of domestic assault issue. But I'll get Leland on there. Maybe he can braid me up, and we'll fucking full tactical gear.
I feel
Moscow.
like Nick,
It'll be
I
like
feel like you
Moscow,
gave-
Russia, or Moscow, Idaho.
if you gave Nick like access to their social medias for, I think you'd be able to get this case solved in like 3 hours.
I honestly think
Tops.
so. I mean, honestly,
I just think
It's-
these podunk fucking cops in Moscow, Idaho don't know shit about solving crimes. And so I'm different. I watch murder shows every fucking day.
Dude.
That's all my girl watches. And I like have to like subconsciously, like as I'm on my phone, like absorb some of that shit. Like,
So you're
trust
just a
me, bro.
grizzled old vet at this point. You're a
Dude.
jaded detective. You got a lot of cold cases
Absolutely.
on you.
Exactly. Dude, I can't even watch Unsolved Mysteries because it fucking just pisses me off so fucking much. I'm like,
it's like why
how
have
do you
they
guys
just called me?
yeah, I'm like, why do you guys not just like fucking run through the database again? You
No shit.
idiots.
Well, here's the thing, like, and Shan's got it rough because like I'm a TCer, you know, I'm a true crimer baby, and when I start thinking like when I start seeing some warning signs or like I think she's acting funny, like I've seen too many chicks murder their fucking husbands or boyfriends or just act funky, you know what I'm saying? And so I start seeing like if there's like a 2 or 3 day period where I like think like an attitude carries over, I'm like, you're checking off some boxes right now, and I'll take you the fuck down. Like, don't think I'm gonna wait for you to strike.
Nick's always got a credible alibi. He's always just like always knows what he's accounted for more than like an hour. He's like even he's just sitting at home and he's like, "Hey Shannon, let's just take a little selfie here." And just
that's the thing. Anytime we go anywhere, I leave my cell phone at home. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like I'm like, what do you mean? I wasn't at the fair. Ping me, bitch.
It's always
you can always deny it.
But yeah, no, I'm hooked on that shit. We talked about it a few weeks ago, and them fuckers, they came out today and they're like, look, this is Moscow PD's investigation, and we're not giving it up. And it's like,
I kept seeing that more and more after you said that. After you said that because I was always under the impression that the FBI like gets called in. It's like, okay, boys, you see it in the show. It's like, this is our case now. We got jurisdiction, and the local cops are like, fuck you, this is my fucking case, you motherfucker. And they like go back and forth. Like it seems like the Moscow police, like that's all the NYPD shows.
Yeah, no, I'm with for sure. They're like fuck this. They're like they just came in here and took over. You know what I'm saying?
And then the state police are like, this is actually
they don't know these people.
Matter. This is a state matter now. And they're like, damn, he's right.
That's like 150 episodes of SVU.
So
like there's
basically, I feel like the Moscow cops were like hoping that scenario was going to come where somebody was just going to relieve them of their duty. They're like, these guys have no fucking idea what they're doing. Like, I bet they were like, if we just just act inept for these first 3 days, they're just going to come in and like fix this for us. And that just shit hasn't happened. The FBI's like, the FBI's like, we got these tests, so if you guys want to collect the samples, maybe determine what happened. They're like, we don't know what the fuck any of that is. Like,
yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, I wish that it's funny you say that because like they did come out and they're like, this isn't CSI. They're like, this doesn't happen in 72 hours. It's like, well, no, but
it usually does though.
Yeah, but like we don't know fucking anything. Okay,
you usually got a lead.
Yeah, we don't have shit.
A suspect.
Well, they did find a. So we're not going to get super into this because like I'm sure people listening to this don't give a fuck. For the few of you out there, I know that the masses don't want to hear about this. But they were like the launcher, I guess they're looking for. I guess they just found one in Oregon or something that like matched it that was deserted, no plates and all that. So maybe they do. Maybe they found something.
Do you guys think that? Do you think Ted Cruz struck again? The Zodiac killer just fucking.
I mean, it's been so many years. Isn't that how that goes? Like he went away for all these years, and now it's time for him to like feed again.
Been kind of quiet lately.
He had like some pent up. He couldn't hold it in anymore. He just had to go fly to fucking Utah and just slaughter some kids and dump the car and go back to the Pacific Northwest where he committed the rest of his crimes.
Yeah, I mean, Ted Cruz is all in any crime. Ted Cruz is a suspect. Like even if it's like in all 50 states, if there's a crime at the bottom of that list, whether depending on what the crime is, you kind of just rank him. But like
you can never write him off completely.
You never write Ted Cruz off completely.
You just never know.
That dude
needs some alibis.
That's a shiesty fucking looking guy. But yeah, I was we were talking about stuff like shows. I just made me think of this morning. I was listening to Fantasy Football Radio, and this is more for Pepper just because I know he's our front office is a fucking big Wire fan, and so is my buddy Adele. But they're Shaheed, what is it? Rashid Shaheed, is that his name? The guy that plays for the Saints.
Yes.
So all morning he kept going Rashid, and he kept Shaheed. Like so he kept going Shaheed, and I was like, and I was
that's
like, yeah.
Great.
So I was like, that's fucking so good. Like, what a cool fucking nickname. Like Clay Davis, baby. Shout out Senator Clay Davis.
Yeah, shout out
for anybody out there who's watched
Baltimore,
the Wires.
baby. Yeah,
because yeah. Speaking of Baltimore, fuck you, Ronnie. Okay, I'm glad that the Browns shit all over your Ravens this week. We'll get to it, but yeah. I mean, I think though I think we need to. It's time to get into this Nibiru shit. We almost jumped the gun last week and got into it, and well, it's more tied into. Last week we were talking about how back in the day when it was what was the year 2012 is when it was all supposed to happen.
Yeah, this is the
Yes.
10-year anniversary of the world.
Yeah, the
ending.
10-year of the world supposed to end. So we were talking about this, and we were all kind of, especially we were like, I owned a house. I didn't own a house, but I lived in a house that my buddy's family owned after high school, and a bunch of friends of mine moved in there, and we were big about it. Just kind of like into the whole idea of it, and like whatever. So December 20th, 2012 comes around.
21st.
Now it's 21st.
It was 12/21.
Yeah, 12/21, 2012. Yeah. So it's the 10-year anniversary. We're still here. So we figured that we had to swing back around and just at least, touch on it. But
I was like really big into the Nibiru Planet X like videos that were on fucking YouTube that were like ancient aliens related and shit like that. And I got really into like the fucking Aztec calendar for like 2 months straight, where I was just like wasting so much time and like learning everything I could about like that you could possibly learn about the lunar calendar. And so that I guess the theory was that like they wrote a calendar that ended in 2012 because it was just when the calendar like they just had to make it. They just weren't going to write out every date into infinity, so they just stopped there. And then everybody saw that and was like, "Holy shit, the fucking world's going to end!" And so they ended up making like a fucking movie out of it. I heard a funny theory though. The one I think is the best is that
with John Cusack.
Yeah, the John Cusack movie. That movie sucks so bad. So the theory I heard about 2012 is actually, so do you guys know what the Large Hadron Collider is? It's that thing where they throw particles into each other and they try to like create like a black hole or some fucking shit. Yeah. So the theory goes is that the world did end.
Off the scientist.
Well, he can get in on this in a second.
It was you had me at first.
Kind
of. I was like, yeah, he's all right. Particles smash into each other. You got that.
But they're trying to split the atom, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so long story short, what I had heard was that it caused a rift in the universe, and that when they tested it on December 21st, 2012, and that we got sucked into like a black hole, and then everything since here has been a simulation, which explains why reality has just gotten so much fucking crazier ever since then. Like it just because the reality is falling apart. Like nobody knows like we had a fucking Donald Trump as president. We had like all these crazy like things happen like culturally and socially in the last like 10
what if we
years.
all just wake up one day? Like it's like the fucking Thanos snap, or like we're just all
we
brought
turned
back
on chaos mode on SimCity. Like the weather patterns are fucked up.
What would you do, Nick, if you just woke up and it was 2012 again and you're just chilling at your fucking buddy's house?
Fuck.
I'd have probably taken dude. What was 2012? I had just graduated college. I'd have done less. I probably would have done less drugs. I probably would have.
This is what we're doing.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's a good photo of 2012. So yeah, we had to blur out our. So yeah, our front office is. Look, I've known our front office for a long time. So he thinks he's important nowadays, but he's not. But we have to put these, we have to protect his identity, which I guess goes with the whole front office thing, which I think is funny because if you just go back about 10 episodes, you'll see his face everywhere. But we won't say that. This is at the house though that I was mentioning earlier, 2012. This was the days. If you want to ask what I would do if I went back into 2012 or I woke up, I would
anything presented in front of you.
I would have moved out of this house earlier. And I would have like joined the church or something. Like I'd have got my fucking life back on track.
Would have found Jesus.
Because dude, it was a rough fucking few years after this. But this photo is legendary, and Jack is not in this photo, but the rest of us are.
I'm the most sober guy in that photo, and I was fucked up.
Yeah, our front office is obviously the Jack off with the
white.
That's his real face, actually.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why are we all like acknowledging him in the photo?
Because he didn't fucking. This was like he didn't come out to stuff like this. Like this was
I was living in Kansas City at this time.
and he came down, he came home,
I
and
came
there
back
were
just for
people there
this.
like,
They're
yeah,
like
and,
guest of honor.
well, and everyone knew, like, there were people there like Dylan Woods
Yeah.
and people that like hadn't seen him in years who knew, you know, because there were kids
John
in that house that
Adani,
were a year.
yeah.
Yeah, and some of these kids, like, you know,
I played football with all these guys.
yeah, they were a year younger than us. Like, you know, not everybody there was my age. There's a couple people there that were younger. So when he came back in, you know, everybody was pretty happy to see him. You know, John Galloway, all these people, but you know, there's Stu in the back throwing his that was long hair Stu.
That's long.
We don't
PMA Stu, baby.
That's PMA Stu.
That PMA
You remember
stew,
that,
yeah.
baby?
Yeah, dude,
that's Silent J stew.
which
It is.
Yeah, the people out there don't know, they don't know long hair Stu. Stuart actually, it's funny, we were just talking about this recently that we went and saw Social Distortion, and Stuart, like, in the middle of the show, literally just like looked at me and was like, it's time. Like, and we went back to my cousin Jeremy's house, and all of us blackout drunk fucking just I remember so Stuart was like, everybody was like, they're like, are you sure you want to do this? Stuart's like, I don't know. Stuart's like, yeah, I want to do it. Like, we were kind of going back and forth. And then when he sat down, like the doubt kind of started coming in, like, are you sure you want to do this? And then I remember that Gina, who was my cousin's girlfriend at the time, just grabbed it might have been Jesse DeFilio. One of them just like grabbed a handful of fucking hair and just fucking took it off and was like, well, you're there now, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, we're taking it off, baby.
Dude,
And,
you cut Samson's hair, he loses all his fucking powers.
I got stronger, dude. I swear to God.
You got
I was
stronger
gonna say,
from it. You're the anti-Samson.
He defied like the whole logic. Like, his dick got bigger.
I got pussy finally.
He got married. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
bro,
got married.
This guy would literally be like, he would be shooting this from fucking, I mean, this would be like
Dad's basement in Florida.
Yeah, Dad's basement, or just a man pad with Mike Evans. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'd have like a Springfield, the Bachelor pad. But dude, we cut his hair, and dude, I'm talking like we had to walk around with umbrellas when we were around Stuart, because there was just so much pussy coming in all directions that we were just like fighting off pussy. I mean, it was wild. I mean, it was, but that picture was. The picture was shit. Can we bring that back up, front office? Can we fire it back up? Look at me looking fucking established.
Yeah,
I've got, so we all.
Nick's got a cigarette with no handle on it, just in his mouth. Like,
I gotta look at me, dude. And it was cool because we always in this house. So behind Stuart to the right was the fridge, and we always kept cold fucking mugs, always. So like we drank. Always have frosty mugs, so we always drank like established gentlemen, but we got filthy fucked up. So like, those are my Edgefields sitting right there. I used to smoke Edgefield. I mean, look, I smoked cigarettes for a long time. I used to smoke like a railroad worker, and Edgefield Reds were my go to. So those are mine sitting there. I mean, look at this photo. Look at Donnie Kramer sitting there looking like a Donnie Kramer. Sorry for anybody we're just like straight up talent. I mean, everybody's like, you know, nobody sees this, but
it's just a room full of snacks.
It's a room full of snacks, dude. Like, that's what it is. These people will never see
so
this,
much meat.
But one day, maybe when we blow up, they're gonna be like, damn, who is this fucking photo of established young gentleman? I don't talk to any of these people anymore besides Stuart in our front office. So there's Tom in the background.
Oh, that's Tom? Oh.
That's Tom to my right. That's like his black, this Jaeger hat. John Galloway.
I like front office's posture in the photo. Like the kid got his first boner.
Yeah, dude, it was almost like it's like we got him his first kiss or something that night.
I think it's like, it looks like you guys, like, in the context of it being December 21st, were like pointing it out and being like, this motherfucker doesn't believe this shit's about to happen.
Like, well, it's funny you say that, because like we in the midst of this party. So that's I know I'm all over the place, but like, so that's why the whole point of this is this end of the world thing. This was an end of the world party that we had thrown. We had actually had anybody.
You'd think there'd be more women there at the end.
There was a lot of people. So there was a lot of people at this party.
This was outside the frame of the camera.
There was
dude. There's so many women.
So many chicks. Dude,
we couldn't get one of them in the picture, but trust me, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, if you flip, I mean, it is a straight up girls gone wild scene on the other end, on the other side of this camera.
Bro.
titties everywhere.
You'll just have
But,
to believe me.
You just had to believe. You had to be there. But honestly though, like, and no kidding, this house was fucking loaded for this party. And at midnight, that fucking light that's in the picture, all the lights flickered at midnight, and everybody's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And like that was it. And then we just kept partying. But like, it was weird that we'd all hyped it up, and then at midnight came, and nobody died. The lights flickered, and
We tried.
I killed a liver.
I like
That's
the
about it.
idea. I like the idea of the world ending. It coincides with the central time zone. Like, just like
Yeah. Central America, Central Time
yeah, it's
Zone.
December
Well, it hadn't
21st
caught
on the
up to
East
us
Coast,
yet.
but we're
Yeah,
not.
it
gonna
hasn't
fuck
hit
up.
us yet. It's like snow. It's like bad weather. Like it's like we had on TV, and we were just like watching it swarm down from the coast, and we're like, bro, we got to keep drinking.
It's
Here it
just
comes.
stopping in the middle of Tennessee. Like everything is destroyed East Coast.
And then it hit Indianapolis and quit. And
Damn
if
right
you
it
drive
did.
through Indianapolis nowadays, it still looks like a poverty-stricken fucking
Hey,
rundown
don't stop.
post
Keep going.
fucking Thanos snap ass cheek cock-sucking city is what Indianapolis is.
With a John
I'll
Deere
take that as
dealership.
biting spin.
Put that on a t-shirt, because that goddamn seriously, there's a part when you drive to Cleveland, and I know you motherfuckers out there going, oh well, Cleveland isn't that great. Suck me, okay? Put me up here, okay? Put me on the main one, okay? Look, there's a fucking part in the drive to Cleveland where you go over this overpass and you see the whole goddamn city of Indianapolis. You see Lucas Oil Stadium, the goddamn house that Peyton built, which isn't even a house, it's just a fucking
It looks like a
Section 8
fucking
building.
Kroger.
Shut
It
up,
looks like
Jack.
Kroger.
Shut up, Jack. And it's the Section 8 fucking building. And I look at it and I go, Jesus Christ, why are there no lights in the city? And there's only one light. There's one central light. It's Lucas Oil Stadium. And underneath it, you realize there's just this shit stain of a football team. And by the time that thought processes, you're over that overpass, and fucking thank God, because you are well on your way out of Indianapolis. Get me off. But that's all I want to say. It's a shithole city. I like it more than Chicago. I'd rather pull over there. I'd rather get shanked in Indy than Chicago. But yeah, look, at least bro, at least in Indianapolis, they're gonna pull you off the road, and somebody's gonna like gnaw on you on the side of the road. They're gonna finish you off. In Chicago, they just kind of let you bleed out there. They're gonna film you. You're gonna be on Instagram, probably Twitter. They're gonna be like fucking front office, PCR front office, bleed outs in the street, and everybody watches. In Indianapolis, bro, they might. I mean, like I said, they're going to be homeless people and some raccoons that start gnawing on you. Like you're going to be dead soon in Indy. And this is real deal shit. Because one time in the FO en route to Cleveland, and I whatever, we won't say too much. But we get to Indianapolis, and this is one of the many trips I've taken to Cleveland. We pull off to get gas because this is why it's like the perfect place to get gas on the way to Cleveland. Like when you take the 9-hour trip, it's like you almost have to get gas in Indianapolis.
Yeah, it's halfway. It's halfway.
And
you have to.
We stop there and we get off at this fucking gas station. We're in a teal Corolla. So like the whole goddamn, I mean, we pulled in and we're out of state tags, teal Corolla. The front office is, I mean, he's whiter than white. Okay. And he's got bright red, cigarettes. Chain smoking cigarettes. Probably look fried out of our minds. We get back in the car. We're about to pull out of there. Some fucking haggard ass bitch comes up to the side of the door, knocks on the window. I crack the window. She starts crying. She starts telling us that her husband just beat the fuck out of her, and that she had to take her, and then she would stop. She kept like repeating the story. She's like, I had to get me, and then she turned around, she go, and the kids, and she pointed at her car, which was parked at a gas pump, and she had 2 kids in the car. Fucking windows were like iced up, so the car had been parked there a while. She's like, I just need some money for some food. She goes, but I have nowhere to go. He just beat my ass, and me and these kids have nowhere to go. And I remember just handed this bitch a $10 bill. And fucking
through the window, just cracked it just enough to fit the bill through,
dude. And fucking, we got the fuck up out of there. And I'm just like, dude, like it was everything. It was the first time I'd ever interacted with anybody in Indy, because it's like you get there and like you go there and it's like everybody scatters and kind of like what watches. What are those people from? What are those people in like Star Wars? Those little people with the glowy eyes that watch from
The
a distance.
Ewoks? Oh
Yeah,
no,
the
no,
Ewok.
no.
You know what I'm talking about?
The sand people. They're called
The
the sand
sand
people.
people.
Tusken Raiders.
Yeah, those motherfuckers. That's what the people from Indy are. Like they all like scatter into the sides and like you don't see their faces, you just see their glowing eyes and you're just like fuck, dude. But this time one of them needed something and they came up to us and we I donated. I mean that $10 probably could have fixed a highway in Indianapolis to be honest, but
That's a down payment on a house.
They bought
seriously,
a gun in Gary,
shithole
Indiana.
city. But that's all I had to say. I mean, I if I have to wage wars against two cities,
Dude, the Tusken Raider impression. That was dead on, dude.
it was good. Well, he is that. He's got that fucking flannel on, dude. He's a Springfield Raider today.
I'm a Star Wars fan, man.
Did you watch? Have we watched all the new shows on Star Wars?
Nah, just the Mandalorian and
Yeah, you fucking poser.
Dude,
So
the
go
one
hit
about
Andor.
Obi-Wan.
the one
Kenobi's
about
fine.
Obi-Wan.
Stu,
You mean the
go
one
watch
Obi?
Andor. Andor's fantastic, I promise.
I haven't watched that yet.
It's the best one out of all of them, in my opinion.
All right.
When are
be
they going to
honest.
show the one with Jabba the Hutt's backstory? I want to know more about that guy.
Dude, when are we
What's-
gonna get
what's
Princess
his
Leia
deal? What
back
makes him-
shots?
What makes him tick? Why did he chain her up? Was he planning to have sex with her? Did he have sex with her? There's so many unanswered questions.
The world may never
Isn't
know.
there incest in that too? When did we get to find out about the brother sister fucking? Aren't there some
Well-
brother sister
well,
fucking in Star Wars?
Luke and Leia kissed. That
They
was a
kissed in the
little-
first movie before they found out that they were siblings.
No, they knew they were. She knew, but he didn't.
She had a hunch.
Dude, imagine having Jedi mind powers and you
Dude,
can't
that
figure
means-
out that
dude.
bitch is your sister.
She is royal, and if we know anything about royals, they're all inbred and retarded.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like
true. That's
next
true.
time I see Stuart, I'm just gonna kiss him on the lips and pet his beard, and I'm gonna go. I mean, I had a hunch he might have been a guy, but like
Yeah, you can't assume that anymore.
but I just can't assume.
Your grandma's rolling in her grave. Like I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
I
Oh
knew-
yeah, dude. I mean,
knew.
seriously.
I knew
seriously.
Stu and Nick were a thing.
Yeah. Hey, Grandma.
Validated.
Look, things haven't been the same. That we never thought about being gay until you put it in our minds.
Listen, Grandma, when the bear's hungry, he'll eat. Okay?
Yeah,
That's just how
yeah,
it fucking
okay,
is.
okay. And
Look at
look,
this flannel.
and when you would piss me off, and I had nowhere else to go, and you sent me across the street, you basically fed me to the bear, Grandma. So
Yeah.
how's that
Fed
feel?
me to the bear.
You basically fed me and AJ to the bear. So whatever. So where were we? Are we gonna go
We
back
were
to the? We're
so
gonna talk about the
December
end of the world
21st.
anymore? Yeah, dude.
So well, can we well, if the front office will oblige, why is it that like what would have happened if a planet were to enter our solar system and like just pass by and be like, what's up? Like would everything on Earth like cease to keep going as normal, or like would we just watch it in the sky and be like, that's crazy?
How
Let's
big
get
of a
Stuart's
planet?
answer. Let's get Stuart's answer, and then let's get the official answer.
How big of a planet are we talking? The gravitational pull of the planet based on the size is very much dictates
Let's just say it's the size of Neptune or a little bit bigger.
how close by does it pass?
It's on an orbit because it is the 9th planet from the solar system, so it's gonna
You're
it's
saying
gonna
you're talking-
circle. It's gonna come in for its final little circulation around Earth and then get jettisoned out into deep space past Pluto.
So if it only comes between us and Neptune, nothing.
No,
I'd
if it comes between Earth and the sun, and then
Yeah,
back
nothing.
out again.
Still nothing.
Yeah, nothing. So Stu is exactly right that the answer to the question resides about how big the actual planet is and how much. Mass it holds.
I'm asking. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
well,
Dude,
what-
are you
is
trying
that
to
what-
question Stuart in a flannel, motherfucker? Bro, this dude
He's a
showed
bear,
up
dog.
rocking. This dude.
It sounds
showed
like
up
our
dressed
front
like
office
this
wasted
today.
a lot of time getting a degree when you could just have bought a flannel. You could have bought a flannel and just been right there, dude.
You could have
No,
dropped out of
Yeah,
community
dude,
college
you
and bought a
fucking-
flannel,
You
motherfucker.
fucking idiot.
I
dude.
sell
You-
boats.
If I was you, I'd pull into
Sell
work
boats.
tomorrow and be like, "Look, I want all my money back, okay?" Because I found out that my buddy went to fucking I don't even know where you bought that in Springfield. Is that the big? Is it the big? Is that the X? What was that place when we went and bought place shop for your wedding?
Destination XL. No, this is for JC Penney.
JC Penney, okay? He probably could have gotten 2 for $30. And
This was $15.
Bada boom, bada
damn,
bing.
There you go.
damn.
2 for 30.
That's a
There you
good
go.
deal, dude.
For my head,
So
that's
my
all it
fat
took.
ass, sure.
And he's
So front
basically the
office-
fucking Oracle.
What would have to happen to, like, if there was a Planet X, what would have to happen for it to just be an absolute fucking nightmare for
Oh,
Planet Earth?
collision
What would-
with any
what-
planet. Doesn't even have to be Earth. Any planet that it collided with would that would probably end up bad. It might take a couple of years, might take a couple decades even. But if it hit another planet, I think it's
You're
gonna
talking
This
about
is what they
scattered
thought was going to
rocks.
happen, is what they're saying. Because I'm fucking so confused. I mean, I'm trying to listen to this. I'm also a little high, so I'm trying to
Don't
figure.
even
But so this is what the Mayans thought, or is this just what Doomsdayers thought? Like
Doomsdayers.
this is
I think
the
they kind of blended them
It was
together.
Jack's
Well-
college roommates.
What do the Mayans? So here's my question, because I am interested in this. I want to keep up with this. Are the Mayans retarded? Like, who are the
No.
fucking Mayans? Because
Because
they
I married
got
one?
they got
No.
wiped the fuck out, right? I mean, the Mayans aren't.
Yeah.
They
Them and
found
the
their
Az-
way into other places. I mean,
Them and the Aztecs
wife.
got together and invented a game that was like basketball, but the ball was like a human head. That's pretty chill.
That's
Like,
sick, but like
that's who they are. That's who they are. So
I mean, like,
I'm not.
I
I'm not
don't
sure
know
if
if- I just-
Calendar Maker is like their
yeah,
big,
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
what
I
they're
don't know,
known
but
for.
do we trust people who weren't even around to see their fucking calendar end?
I don't even trust anybody who didn't have an iPhone.
are we going to be able to see our calendar end?
Bro, I don't even trust the Democrats. Okay?
I don't trust voting machines. That's for damn
Dude,
fucking
straight
sure.
the fuck
I
up,
don't
like,
buy
put those
green
Trump
bananas.
cards
dude,
back on the
dude,
screen.
I feel like
Don't test me.
I'm telling you right now, yeah, I feel like all this is maybe this is where my trust issues come from. I mean, because now it is like every time I even buying like anything, any type of machine, if it spits a ticket out or I put a ticket in, I don't trust it.
Now Biden is Biden, but let's be honest. Do we really think he got 10 million more votes than Obama? Stu, come on. Let's be honest,
Dude,
here,
let's be
bro.
real
here,
That's,
big
that's a
dog.
little crazy that he got 10 million more votes than Obama.
But anyway, okay, so back to the December 21st, because the answer to that is no. We all know that, you know, Obama, even though he might not have been a great president, the guy was king.
Do you think he got briefed on the end of the world while he was president? They're like, sir, there's a lot of people claiming December 21st is going to be the end of the world. Like,
We just want to let you know it's all bullshit.
or do you think they were like, we're going to watch out, make sure nothing happens that day? Did anything big happen that day, front office? Can you give me a Google? I think there was I think there was a terrorist attack. I'm like 90% certain there was a terrorist attack that day, but that's about it.
I don't know. Nick probably went in on a couple bars of fucking Xanax, maybe. Who knows?
Chopped
Dude,
up some
That was
5
the
gram rocks.
biggest thing that day.
No, I mean, you saw that I was still standing in that photo. So I was
were-
either not on a lot of drugs at that moment, or I had not yet taken all of the drugs that I was going to take that evening. So I was still very coherent in that photo.
You could hold a cigarette.
Yeah, I had a cigarette in my mouth with
1 billion.
Gangnam
baby,
Style was
for Gangnam
released.
Style.
Oh, it's the first video to
yeah.
fucking.
That's
reach
how
a
old
billion
Gangnam
views.
Style is?
Dude, I can't
Yeah,
believe that
dude.
either.
Yeah, 39 people are killed in a violent clash in Kenya. I think that was the terrorist attack I was thinking of.
Oh,
oh damn.
It's
Flavor
chicken and
Flav
ribs.
opens up chicken and ribs in Michigan, Sterling Heights, Michigan.
I guarantee that place is closed by now. If it's
Oh,
10, if it's 10, if it's
absolutely.
10 years old, there's no way that place.
There's no way that place is still open.
NHL lockout.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Ron Wood from the Rolling Stones got married.
I mean, my personal world probably felt like it was
Charlie
ending when they
Charlie
when
Watts'
they
wife
extended
just
it.
died yesterday. See
Who's?
that? Charlie Watts, drummer of
Oh wow.
Stones.
oh.
But anyway, the one who the guy just died. I just thought about that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Did you? I assume you get fucking briefed about shit like that. I mean, if they're getting briefed about aliens and shit, you got to think that back then they at least
100%
they
he
at
was
least
briefed.
mentioned this. Like they at least had to
Yeah.
mention the end of the world.
Well, just from the possible riots and
just the people acting
unrest.
crazy. I'm
That
telling
would
you.
have been
Yeah.
sick if like more Americans had believed it. It would have been pretty cool to like have like.
Do we
one
know any
giant
doomsday
party.
preppers
Fuck.
personally?
I mean,
I
I have a
wanna-
couple cans of food in my pantry, but that's
Yeah,
about.
I want to be. I have a
I just-
72-hour kit.
Oh my god, have you guys ever seen that fucking YouTube video where they take that doomsday prepper out to the shooting range and he shoots the gun and it's so loud he like falls to the ground, he's like shaking, he starts throwing up, and they're like it was the first time he had like ever fired a gun. He was
You're
like
not gonna survive this.
he was like, it was just so I felt so disoriented, and they have to like wheel this dude out into an ambulance. I swear to God, he shoots one shot of a fucking rifle. It's the funniest thing I've
Damn.
ever seen. Because like that's the thing that nobody like all those doomsday preppers weigh like 600 pounds. Like none of them are like in shape, like willing to like run from like an enemy or
Yeah,
anything.
it's like my
that.
fucking uncle. I have an uncle that fucking you go to my uncle to this day, you walk into his fucking garage, he's got sandbags and shit that up in his garage and like all these things. Like he's literally ready for he was one of those guys that like back in the day when I was younger growing up, people were like, what I used to be like, what the fuck is all this? He'd be like, well, when the war comes here, he goes, I'm not going to be one of those. I'm not going to be one of those people that weren't ready. So he's got like all these fucking like sandbags. And I mean, and Stuart knows the uncle I'm talking about. And he's got this gun safe that's got never spent a day in the military. He owns, I mean, he's got AK-47s. He's got M16s. He's got
Hell
like,
yeah,
I mean,
brother.
it's like a 10,000 pound gun safe.
He's got a son that'll do whatever he tells him to.
Dude, it is fucking wild. And, he is literally one of those people who like if the shit ever hit the fan, my uncle would be dead day one. Okay, like no, not the sandbags, the years worth of ammunition he's got stocked up, the fucking. I mean, I'm serious. Like you go into his garage and like you would look at it and you would go, okay, this guy fucks. Yeah, I'm saying like this guy, this is where I want to be. And
I
then
love how
you learn about him. What were you gonna say?
I said I love how he's preparing for like a war against China or Russia or like zombies, but like the most likely thing to kill him is probably like type 2 diabetes.
Not even that, dude. Just alcoholism's that'll kill him.
Yeah.
Booze will kill him. And
Yeah.
and that's the funny part because like it's like he used to be like when Al Qaeda shit, he'd be like when the terrorists come over here, he's like, and there he goes when they I'm like I used to be like they're coming to St. Charles. That's what I used to tell him. I'd be like they're coming to St. Charles, Missouri. I'm like
just Red Dawn
just Red Dawn, like that's where they come.
This is exactly
Like one day you're just gonna open up your garage and all of a sudden fucking Al Qaeda is gonna be here in St. Charles. But he'd be like he used to be like he'd be like Nick. He's like, I'm not going to be one of those fucking people who just gets caught, unprepared. He's like, so when the war comes here, because our stupid fucking president or whoever, he's like, our borders and all that. He's like, I'm going to be ready. And like, I mean, like he has got it all. And then you meet him and you learn a little bit about him and you're like, damn, is this the guy that used to run around his mom's backyard in his underwear claiming the aliens came to abduct him? And it was. Because it is. It's the same goddamn guy. So turns out he's just a fucking nut job. But he's the closest
if the
thing
shit
to a
hits the
doomsday
fan,
prepper.
a much more competent and more fit person will stumble across this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, here's the thing.
Like,
Like, we need to find somebody who really knows what's going on and storm that, and then just take
that shit.
just be like, tell him out, like, look, you sit down and shut the fuck up. We've got somebody else here, and if he doesn't want to listen, then we just have to kill him.
Thank you so much for collecting these cans for me.
Yeah,
Boys,
thank you for getting everything we needed.
We're fine in a situation like that, end of the world, because like it basically be like I'm your translator, because those right wing fucking schizos with guns, those are my people. I understand them.
Yeah, well, you are who we give a megaphone to for
bro,
sure.
All I do is just start talking. I'll just get a megaphone outside their complex and just start telling them about my thoughts about the JFK conspiracy, and they're gonna be like, "This motherfucker's spitting."
Until they find out, and
then they're gonna be like, "You guys want to come in?" And
One of
finish
us.
this conversation?"
One of us.
Exactly.
Until they
And then I'll
find
be
out
like,
that a fucking
"Meme-able."
Shih Tzu gave him that scratch, and they're like, "Damn, he might be gay." They're like, "I don't know." They're like, "Maybe this guy isn't our savior." So like, then they're torn. But like, by the time they decide, we're gone. You know what I'm saying? Like we're already at, and if we had to, and no shit though, if the world ever ends, I'm not going to feed you to the zombies, Jack. But if we are the best, we used to talk about this when Stu and I used to work together back in the day. The best place to ever go right now, and I'm telling you right now, fucking argue me. I mean, like right now in St. Louis, there is not a better place in St. Louis to go than Riverport. End of the world, you go to Riverport. That place has got a fucking moat built around it.
Sightlines for miles.
Sightlines for miles. It's got all the water, food, beer, fencing, all of the food and beverage you're ever going to need. It's got refrigeration, and not only that, there's ladder that you can get up to you can climb directly up to the top of the amphitheater, and there's just like, I mean, you can literally just walk around up there. So like, you get guns with like scopes or anything like that, or like any of the ammunition you need. You go up there, you are fucking set,
We're living, baby.
like
We're
you are living forever.
It's like
That is where we go.
You're like literally living out Dawn of the Dead, like, but instead of a mall,
Where would you
just
go?
You have your own amphitheater.
Where would you go in Nashville if you stepped outside right now, or your girlfriend comes in and she's like, Jack, get the fuck off your shitty podcast. There's aliens here. You know what I'm saying? Or there's zombies outside. Where do you go?
My buddy's parents got a farm with a fucking whole lot of guns and like a little safe. They have a tornado room inside their fucking garage. So I'd probably just camp out there for a little bit until they kicked me out or got annoyed by my shitty jokes. Somewhere like within, I think I could probably last for a month before
Like
they got
Jack
sick of me.
Like, yeah, there's here.
I'd run out of material. I'd run out of material. They'd be like, we heard that one already, you pussy.
He kept shooting this fucking podcast once a week, and we just couldn't put up with that shit. We had to get him the fuck out of here.
Dude,
The remaining warriors of the wasteland of Nashville. It's like Jack and Jack White and like Theo Vaughn. Like the guys like this
Carrie Underwood. Yeah,
Carrie
like,
Underwood.
like
They're all just sharpened ice skates, just slashing people.
Theo Vaughn.
and I assume in Springfield, you might as well just get in the car and, I mean, try to pump 4 hours. Try to get to fucking St. Louis and get out of Springfield, because more than likely those are the first people to turn. I mean, they're already halfway there.
Yeah, if there's a zombie vaccine, I'm fucked.
Dude, that's like going to be the worst thing, Nick, is like when they, if the zombie outbreak broke out in like Springfield or like St. Louis or something, there's so many fucking homeless, like zombie looking people on fentanyl that you're probably just going to be like, fuck, and just like start shooting them. And they're like, dude, that dude was not a zombie. Like,
It's like one of those video
could have
games.
fooled me.
Well, it's one of those video games where like you can like turn a couple bogans into like against them. You know what I'm saying? Like you can turn bogans against other bogans and fucking just
Stole
have
your
like
rock.
Yeah, and
You're
just like
looking to
turn a couple of them against each other, and that's how you get out. That's how you get out of fucking Springfield alive. You just stir up some shit, or tell them that like the drive-thru Chinese place is half off, and fucking that's money. Or they had that. What is that place we ate? The barbecue place we ate there that one time. So
Whole
fire.
Hog?
If they had a half off, I might risk
Whole Hog Cafe
getting taken
for
over
sure.
by the Springfield elite. But yeah, that's definitely where that's where it spreads, because those people are already fucking like halfway, like you said, they're zombies. They're zombies. But speaking of aliens, I wanted to bring this up. I saw Puerto Rico today might be fucking one of the 50. It might be a new state for the United States.
Who?
Like
Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico.
Fuck yeah.
I saw that they might be the 51st straight state. They literally just popped in my head. I don't know why I thought that, but like is that a real thing for an office?
It is. It is. Well, it's
About
not
time.
official yet, by as far as I know, but it is being voted on, I think.
Who votes on that? Like we do, or like
No,
was there
no,
like
that
10
would be
people?
that
Like
would be the
eight guys.
And there's like
8 guys in their 80s.
they pay taxes, they can fight and die in our wars, but they can't vote.
The only people that are going to be deciding.
They better get their abortions before they get in here, because
shit.
The backward ass shit.
The people deciding whether Puerto Rico is going to be a state all know who Moloch is. We'll just leave it at that.
dude, what if that's where they decide this? Like they
go to Bohemian Grove and
the
then they're just
Bohemian
like,
Grove, and they're like, tonight's fucking docket is Puerto Rico. And they
Who do you
bring out
think
like a
Yay,
young
yay.
Puerto Rican guy to sacrifice. And once the sacrifice is over, Puerto Rico is the 51st state. That's how it
dude,
goes.
do you think Kanye is allowed back at the meetings yet?
No.
I don't know. I saw as we were logging on here, I pulled up Twitter and I saw that Kanye was releasing a Yeezy without Adidas. I saw, and Pusha T basically distanced himself from Kanye today too, which is like he was like one of the last guys on his like who kind of remained because he was the president of good music. So
Right. Is
No friends,
is
Kanye.
Antonio Brown still with him on the sports management thing?
dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Kanye. I guess he still has Donda Sports. Isn't
I wonder
Antonio
who
Brown in
signed
jail
that.
right now, or is he out of jail?
Was he in jail?
He had a warrant for his arrest. I don't know
He had a
whatever happened with
standoff with
that.
police. I know that.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't keep up with the crazy shit.
Rashid Shaheed.
Right before he
Well-
got arrested, remember there was that story where he was like jerking off in a pool and like staring at a woman?
Yeah, he pulled his
Dude, no,
fucking
he
hot lava
slapped
out,
that
dude.
bitch in the face with his dick.
Bro, that's a dick, dude. I mean, come on. That's a yeah. Like
That's
he
a
could have
dick
sat
dick.
he could have sat down at the bottom of the pool and the tip of his dick was still coming out of the water. Like
That dick is
guaranteed.
so big that it made you think that like maybe it is okay to just hit people with it. I don't fucking you can just do that.
It's fucking wild. Well, I guess so yeah, let's just get I'm looking at our shit. And since we're on Antonio Brown's big old fat cock, let's talk about sports. Let's get into the sports. But before I do this, I pulled up Twitter because I was trying to look for what I just said about the Yeezy thing, and I don't see it. But I do see Stewart's fucking shitty tweet about the ignoramus burrito at Burger King being a Cinderella breakfast sandwich. Bro, I'll fight
Eggnormous.
you. I don't give a fuck what it's an ass sandwich. Okay.
The eggnormous burrito at Burger King?
It's an ass sandwich. What out of all the breakfast things you could have commented on that? Jack, what's your favorite breakfast? If you had to pick a fast food,
You're not gonna
breakfast
like.
item right
You're
now,
not gonna like
right
it,
now.
but it's the bacon McGriddle.
Oh,
That's solid.
It's all right.
yeah.
No, I brought up the eggnormous burrito almost like an honorary mention. No one else had brought it up, and I was like, it needs to be. That's why I called it a Cinderella.
Yeah, I get it, dude. Their hash browns are fire.
Breakfast Jack
And half
over
the
that
fucking
any day.
burrito is hash brown or
Yeah,
hash
I mean-
brown.
Crunchwrap, breakfast
You
Crunchwrap.
fucking piece of shit. But dude, the breakfast crunch wrap
Ooh,
is so good. It is so good.
If
but
it's done right.
It feels
I
illegal
guess
to
I've never
visit.
had it done right.
It feels illegal to visit a Taco Bell like before noon. It doesn't.
It should be illegal to
like
visit
you
before
really don't. You really like
7
are like,
p.m.
this is odd. Like,
dude,
don't feel
I
right.
used to get Taco Bell on the way home from Penthouse all the time. When I got off at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, they were just opening, and I would go to the one on the one that our big titted goddess used to work at. She didn't work the morning shift. I used to pull up and I'd be like, yeah, I don't want to order until she gets here. And they're like, who is she? And I'm like, you know who she is. I'm like, the one who when her titties walk through the front door, it's hard to breathe. I'm like her. But I used to go there every day. Have we shouted her out on this show yet?
I don't think so because I
just
haven't been
did.
about this too.
Yeah, I mean, we
Oh.
literally just wrote her a love letter. Hey, big titty goddess.
Yeah.
So they
shout out.
So Stuart, yeah, but well, back in Stuart and I were still doing drugs. There was a fucking big titty broad that used to work overnight, late night overnight at the Taco Bell / Pizza Hut in Chesterfield, which is now just a Taco Bell. That I don't have. Did they split all together, or is there? I don't know if there's such thing as Taco Bell
There's
Pizza
Taco.
Huts.
There's Taco Hut. There's Taco Hut still around.
Okay, so
Oh,
this
what a
is it's
tragedy.
just a Taco Bell now. It's like one of those updated ones, right? It's like white and purple colors, like it's kind of like a little fancy Taco Bell,
Looks like a
Dude,
but
they
it
club.
still has
fucked up
that.
They fucked up the best aesthetic of all time. That
I
90s
know.
fucking Taco Bell was the shit.
It's so good. But there was this just straight goddess that worked there, and we'd pull up there, fucked up all the time, and we'd order food, or we'd be high or whatever, and she would always like not charge us for like a bunch of the items, and we always got free shit, like free Twists, free something like
Breadsticks.
free breads. The breadsticks. We almost always got a thing of free breadsticks, and like she just knew that we were fucking like that's what we needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when we got to the window, she'd hand you the bag, and you already knew you're like, why is this bag? Why are there 2 bags? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, because this one's got free shit in it.
Dude,
But
we,
she
we,
did-
were- we wanted to just like we wanted to break her out of there.
Dude, that's the thing, dude. You go through the drive-thru, you're like, I'm gonna save you. You're too pretty to be working here.
Oh my
Like,
God.
Dude,
get
and the-
out of my dreams and into my car.
hey, you
Get into my.
get into my car. Who, me? Yeah, you.
Dude,
Put the
I'm
sauce
glad
in
you
my
all got that
bag.
reference.
Dude, I am a fucking Billy Ocean is my middle name.
That's a really
fucking-
long middle name, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's Billy Ocean.
Your mom sucks, dude. That's
Dude, no,
really
she no. My
unfortunate.
or does my
She
mom
just knew
ahead of the
she knew
game?
the storm was coming.
Yeah, or is she just ahead of the game?
You go, that's the name of your true father. Just
Yeah,
put it
yeah,
right
that
in.
would be
dude. If I
sweet.
found out my mom banged Billy Ocean and my dad was Billy Ocean, that'd be sick.
No, you'd be
I would
really
actually be
mad. You're like,
hitting him up
why
for
did you not tell me
royalties.
this earlier?
Actually, I'd just be like, or we're just hitting stride. I hit him up. I'm like, look, Billy, I don't want anything from you at all, but I need you to fund my podcast.
And retweet it. Yeah.
I need you to funnel. I need $1 million. And you'll never,
retweet.
yeah, I need you to retweet. I need a retweet and a follow and $1 million after taxes. I don't want none of that tax million. I want $1 million.
You're not giving me that Mr. Beast $1 million.
Yeah,
Give
I don't
me
want that. Yeah, I don't
after
want
tax,
400. I want
motherfucker.
325 grand after taxes. Okay, but yeah, but dude, this chick used to hook us the fuck up, and she didn't work. Sadly, she would work the overnights, and I don't even know if it was a talk. It might have been a Pizza Hut even when I was working that might have been gone when I was going there in the mornings. But bro, I'd pull up there, and they would just turn the bell on, and I was like, bro, give me a bacon crunch wrap.
Bacon crunch wrap.
You know they
And it
hated
was-
your ass.
Dude, they were that place. Their breakfast fucks, but the best breakfast of all time, and this is just fast food breakfast, and this is hands down to me. It's White Castle. I'm taking White Castle any day of the week over
Breakfast?
fucking that. Yeah, dude, they're fucking.
Oh, that waffle
They have a
chicken thing is
chicken. They have a
unreal.
chicken and waffle breakfast sandwich. It's
No
literally the buns are two Belgian waffles, and it comes with gravy, bacon, and a fucking chicken slice, like and it is literally the
It's
best
so good.
goddamn thing I've. So my order has been the same thing at no matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 o'clock at night. I get two chicken waffle sliders, 2 bacon cheeseburgers, a sack of hash browns. I don't get large meat. I don't get meat. I get the sack of their little round hash browns.
That's a
And
thing.
That's a
God
thing. So
damn.
it's meat. It's small, medium, sack.
Dude.
So what I do is I don't even order them through the I don't order them through the drive-thru. When I get up to the window, I just stand up and start fucking juggling my own ball sack, and they just know that I
Sack
want a
daddy.
sack of
Okay.
hashies. They want a stack daddy. And bro, I am never
Jesus
unhappy. I'm never unhappy.
I had
And
no idea White Castle had breakfast.
bro, you need to come on back for a weekend.
I
again,
haven't
and
had
when
it.
You're right.
That will,
I knew they
Oh,
had
fuck
it, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot. It's an unpopular thing because a lot of people don't have White Castle. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, you get to like places like Crystal Burger. I mean, shoot me.
Crystal Burger does breakfast. Crystal Burger does grits.
I will fight you if you. Crystal Burger tastes like asshole. Okay.
Crystal Burger, for a guy that doesn't have a White Castle for many hundreds of miles, it'll work.
I was gonna say I have to agree with Stu. I think as a guy that does not have White Castles, I
Or
would
the
choose White Castle every day. Like there's no doubt
It's
about
so
it. but
bad.
Or the frozen White Castle.
My cousin, dude,
It
Zach,
works.
the whole time he was in Georgia, he was like the first, like he would come back to St. Louis, you know, rarely. Now he lives here, but he would come back, and for the first like 2 days he was here, nothing but White Castle, because he's like, I
That was
can't
so
eat. He's like,
perfect.
Crystal
I get it.
Burgers are fucking AIDS. He's like, I
Yeah.
can't eat that shit. He's like, it's so bad. And I was like, hey, it can't be that bad. And then I went down there this couple times, and I ate Crystal Burgers once, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I'd rather eat fucking prison ramen that we were talking about earlier. And
that shit's heat though.
it's but Crystal Burger's not, and that's why I understand that why he comes back. And I have a buddy that lives out in California. I have a lot of my friends have moved. That's kind of why I'm just a lonely piece of fuck here in St. Louis, because all my friends just made something of themselves and left. But I have all my friends that live in California
Made
or
something of
you
ourselves.
know, whatever. Well, I guess Stewart's in Springfield, so he's not much better than me. But everybody else went to like a big city. Well, and I guess you can't. The front office is out of here. It's not really a big city. I mean, he's definitely in like if you just look really hard into the center of a Confederate flag, you might see his neighborhood.
Damn right.
You see like a cul-de-sac in there.
Imagine Springfield to the south.
But all of my friends that moved to like a coast or whatever, like they all came back and they're like White Castle's all they want, and emos,
Yeah.
obviously emos. But
Stu, I gotta tell you about these waffles. These waffles are so good. It's like they come from down south. These buttery motherfuckers will melt in your mouth. Man, you ain't had no waffles.
Are we still talking about the White Castle waffles?
No,
I'm talking
Black
about Black
Dynamite,
Dynamite at
Big
this point.
Daddy.
Oh shit! I was like, what the?
Them buttery
Them
motherfuckers will melt in
will
your
melt in
mouth.
your mouth.
But yeah, I that is
What did you say? Melt in your mouth, not in your hands.
dude. Adele, if you're out there listening, if you listen to this, watch that fucking movie. I'm seriously getting sick of asking.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
But yeah, that breakfast sandwich wise, that I guess I was a little hard on the burrito. I'm with you. The burrito's good, but I just read that as like, damn, don't do that.
Don't we got
Out
a
of
little bit of
everything.
what's the sport? We don't even have much sports.
I was
ball
gonna
to
say,
get
well,
into,
we have some sports.
except the best thing that could have happened. One of the best things. Okay, my two least favorite teams in the NFL, the Falcons and the fucking Colts, now have two of the biggest upset losses of all time, or comeback
Quarterbacked
losses.
by the same guy.
Quarterbacked by the
against
same
guy.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Dude,
Unbelievable.
Matt
Why
Ryan,
does-
Suicide Watch.
Why does God hate Matt
33 to
Ryan?
nothing.
Oh, this is the wrong game front office.
Wrong game, front office, man. You're slacking.
Shit.
Fired.
Dude, I've done so well not making a mistake.
Fired.
But
You're done.
Blow me.
Days are numbered here.
Take a fucking hike, dude.
we're cutting your pay in half.
Deal.
Deal.
Yeah, well, we actually, I'm scrolling through. We do have some decent amount of sports, but we're just let's talk about the blowout and
Yeah, go out.
because this is probably the most important thing because I'm looking at. Yeah, that was. Thank
So
God it was the Colts too.
Colts are up 33 to nothing. Jeff Saturday is probably thinking he's gonna get he's wondering if he's gonna get a 5-year or a 10-year deal. He's
Yeah.
just like,
This is like what 2 days after he said that. After he's like, I want the full-time position.
yeah. He's like, I'm gonna fucking. He's like, I just won. Now all I have to do is coast the second half and not lose, and this job is mine.
Wrong.
Wrong. Yeah, Kirk
33
Cousins
zip at halftime.
had other ideas.
And this is not just any man. This is Kirk. Do you fucking like that? Chain fucking 2 Chainz Cousins. This is Big Dick
Kirk
Daddy
Cousins.
Cousins.
Yeah.
Cousins, baby.
We touched on it in the space, but KJ Osborne was playing unbelievable. Justin
Dalvin
Jefferson
Cook took
is
the
who he
goddamn
is.
nastiest screen. Just manhandled the entire defense on a screenplay.
That shit was insane.
God. I love me some
Cousins was
Dalvin.
slinging that fucking thing. I wonder how his arm felt after that.
Dude, he looked like
Second
such
half.
a butt in the first half, and then he just came out and fucking turned it on. 33-0. Like, that's a fucking embarrassment. Like, Jeff Saturday probably should have been fired right then and there. Well, I guess we talked about this on the space too, that it's hard to fire an interim coach, but like, fuck. This might be the one time. This might be the one.
I need an interim.
Dude,
Yeah,
that is
it's-
fucking embarrassing though. I mean, it couldn't have happened to a better franchise too. So
Some other head coach news though that's like a little happier though, that guys that I don't think people gave a lot of chance to. The guy in what's the guy in Carolina? Steve Wilkes.
Steve Wilkos.
Steve Wilkos. Yeah, Steve Wilkos. Yeah, Steve Wilkos. He's still
The
around.
Steve Wilkos
right?
show.
He's just throwing motherfuckers out of football games on the sidelines. He's like calling plays and fucking throwing fans out of the stands at the same time. But that dude that coaches Carolina, he was like turning them the fuck around. They were saying he might get the head coach spot, which would be cool because that's like Steve Wilkes, and that would and anytime you can get another black head coach in the league that's not just given the job because they need a fucking number, somebody who like gets the job, deserves the job. I love to see that. So I love to see that him get the opportunity, not just like somebody like fucking this guy.
They can always give Lovie
Saturday.
Smith. They can always give
You're
Lovie
gonna say
Smith the
Deion
job.
Sanders.
No, Deion Sanders is a good coach. I'm glad he lost that fucking game because he depended on a white kid. But
Did you see that locker room shot of him like consoling the white kid? He was like sobbing in the locker room.
You okay, white boy?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all right.
I saw
bud,
that.
It's all right.
It's all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, no, I'm that fuck Deion Sanders for that. I think that's so funny. I just think it's like such karma that he loses that game and like the white guy drops the pass.
Going for the win in HBCU championship, and you throw it to a white kid. Of course, he's gonna drop it. Can't
You
handle
get
that
Deion.
pressure.
That's what you get.
That's what happens. Dude. You throw that
They don't
cracker ass
belong on
receiver.
they don't belong on the field, if you ask me.
Get the white guys off the field.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking right, dude.
Oh shit.
This is fucking college football. This actually means something.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm scrolling through here. What else we can do? Well, we got to talk about. Okay, what are we at 1:15? So we'll talk about. I guess Argentina. We can touch on that real quick. Argentina. They had that parade today. I don't know if you guys saw the Argentina parade, but 4 million people showed up at that parade. The parade was fucking ridiculous.
That top-down view was incredible.
Ridiculous.
My grandpa was so excited. He lives there full time now.
Yeah, Jack's.
He's been living there since like 1945.
Front office. You didn't grab the photo of the goalie using the fucking trophy as his dick.
I saw a guy got that shit.
I should have, damn.
Some guy got that tattooed today. I saw they got the silhouette of it. I thought that was cool as fuck. But if anybody watched this game, so anybody that like out there who actually tuned into this game, which I know a lot. I mean, it's the World Cup. This was the best soccer game I've ever watched in my life. Best World Cup final I've ever watched in my life. This game was so sick from start to finish.
Yeah.
And and I was pretty indifferent. I mean, there we go. We got it for people watching. There's the 4 million people. I mean,
why the fuck do they have a Washington monument?
Because it's Argentina, it's probably in honor of Hitler.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I didn't take it there.
Yeah,
no.
That's also that may or may not have been Jack's uncle that moved there in 45. That's what we're talking about. I don't think Stuart caught it. But yeah, no, this was wild. I saw the pictures today, and good for Messi though. I'm happy for the guy. I'm not a big Messi guy, I guess. I mean, I don't like his fans are obnoxious, but it's good to see him get one on the way out. And Mbappe will be back though. That guy's a savage. Him tying the game is one of the littest things I've ever seen.
Where do you go to take a shit when there's 4 million people around you?
You don't.
Like,
you don't.
Do you do the Times Square diaper thing?
The Times Square diaper, dude. That's what you gotta do.
What the fuck is the Times Square diaper?
When people go to Times Square on New Year's Eve, like there's no place to fucking go, so a lot of people will wear like Depends and adult diapers and just load it up while they get shitty.
That's fucked.
Right.
Wait, are you for real?
Yeah,
no, it's shoulder to shoulder. The businesses purposely close all their doors because they don't want to get robbed by this people.
Clark is not the only person wearing diapers down there.
Dude, I am not. I don't care. I am not shitting myself in that situation.
Would you piss yourself in that situation?
I'm not going. One, two. I'm not even gonna be in that stupid fucking situation. The Brown or the Cavs parade was crazy, and that there was like 2.5 million people there. That was too much. It was super sick. I'm glad I went. And then the Stanley Cup parade was pretty wild. But like I don't like. There's no way I was ever gonna wedge myself in there to a spot where I'd have to shit myself. Like, there's no way. No way.
Well,
you've never been to Burning Man.
I can't believe that's a real thing. I didn't know.
Do you even party, dude?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I guess before we get out of here, though, the one last sports thing I'm going to talk about is because I can't get over it. The front office and I talked about it last night, and that's Amari Stoudemire punching his daughter in the jaw. Like I think it is so wild.
Did Geno Smith his own daughter?
Dude, and what's wild about it is this man. So this man punched his fucking daughter in the face, and then when she called, and then like I guess got picked up by the mom, and when the mom and them called the police when they interviewed Amari Stoudemire, he said she got hit for being disrespectful. She got disciplined for talking back, like basically, and then invoked his right to remain silent. So basically said, "Bitch deserved it." And I'm gonna shut up on that. On that note,
and that's all I have to say.
That's all I gotta say about that is that bitch deserved it. Like straight up said she was talking back,
bitch,
but he close fisted her in the jaw. Like, Jesus. Damn, dude. And let's not remember Amari. This isn't the first. Amari likes to hit shit. Remember he was playing for the Knicks back in the day, and he missed out on their playoff run with Melo and the boys because he punched the fucking fire extinguisher on the way to the locker room and cut his hand or broke his hand or fucked his hand up real bad and couldn't play.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, Amari's got some issues to work out, but dude, him hitting his, I mean, nobody wants to see you jacket punching your daughter in the face, but like, damn, like just what a stone cold response. Like, yeah, she didn't like being disciplined. Amari,
he's like
you cold cocked her.
He's like writing it off like it's just like fucking spanking like a kid over the ass. He's like, meh. It's parent stuff.
It was a light
Like-
slap. She's like spitting teeth out on the sidewalk.
She has
Oh,
her
that's
jaw
so
fucking
fucked up.
wired shut, I bet, dude.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, she's
That is
through the wire.
Gave her the old fucking Sean Connery. Just a little smack.
Just a little schmack. Who is that? Barbara Walt? Was that Dabra
Yeah,
Barbara
Walters?
Walters, she just
Barbara
could not
Walters.
believe that he's like, it's okay to sometimes hit a woman.
She's like,
Sometimes
you're
they
gonna catch a
won't
lot
shut-
of flack for this interview. He's like,
Sometimes they
maybe.
won't shut the
Shut
fuck
up.
up.
Yeah, you're talking to Bond.
Impersonation. Yeah.
But well, I guess before we get out of here, though, we do want to give a. We actually ended the show on this instead of starting it because people are just dying left and right. But this is the hardest one we've talked about so far, at least for Stuart and I. This one hits home.
Yeah.
We got our boy, fucking
Terry Hall.
Terry Hall, the fucking
the
face
Specials.
of Unity, the singer of the Specials, died last night. Was he 63?
Yes.
A brief
young
after
age.
young. Well, he had a crazy life. I mean, this guy was. I mean, he
Partied.
tried to commit himself, commit suicide. What 15 years? Was it 04 or something like that? Right.
I
Early
mean, he's
2000s?
had multiple trips, but there was a suicide attempt about 12 years ago.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, he's kind of been up and down, and he had a crazy upbringing. Like if you read about his childhood,
Infamously, never smiled. People used to think that he was physically incapable of smiling.
He's
but
got
like-
a little grin there on the right.
That's as good as it ever
that's
got
good.
right there.
But he was one of the most important people in the revolution or like the revitalization of ska. I mean, ska has been around forever, but this was the new wave in the 70s where the two-tone era where Selector and Madness and the Specials. I mean, the Specials to me have always been the most important ska band ever. I mean, that's why I got them tattooed on my arm. They've
Came out-
and
Show it.
Came out in a time where this is like the heat of the Margaret Thatcher
Boom.
1970s London, and racism is rampant. People are everybody's losing work, everybody's losing their jobs, and they're just pointing the fingers at each other. And that's a band that it was wild to see black and white people together on stage at that time. And so they broke down barriers.
And the people who are around, and all the people around him will tell you, like, he might have looked like he's an unhappy guy, but he was a sweet guy to all the people around him. And, he's a great guy to the people who he was close with. And I mean, the guy was just a straight up trailblazer. And it's sad to see that this is a hard one. Like I said, I've been listening to the Specials all day long.
It hit me last night. I was going through Instagram, and Jane Weedland from the Go-Go's,
Mm-hmm.
her interior, the people that wrote Our Lips Are Sealed by the Go-Go's,
Right.
because they were lovers. They shared, like, they mailed love letters to each other across the ocean, and those letters became that song. And they released it as a single back when it was after the Specials. It was the Fun Boy 3, and it was a hit in England for the Fun Boy 3, and it was a hit in the US for the Go-Go's. But she had a really nice tribute to it, and that's when it hit me. I was like, damn, he is gone. So that's a bummer.
Yeah, it's definitely sad. So rest in peace to Terry Hall. I do want to end this on a funny story. I told Stuart last night about Terry Hall. I was listening to the Specials last night and just kind of going back through and listening to all their their shit and watching interviews of
That's what they call us, by the way.
the Specials.
Yeah, that's the pop culture rehab.
But there's a little different. We're different Specials than these Specials. We're just we're the short bus. We're the short bus special.
According to the YouTube comments, we're the Specials.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go to any of our YouTube comments, we're getting a lot of love in the YouTube comments. So you guys,
Joe Rogan's army loves us.
Yeah, they love us. But I was going through, and when you hear the intro for the episode we're dropping, this one, our boy Jack down there killed this intro, but we have a little ska intro, and but I was kind of going through and looking for clips to put in there, good interviews, like maybe like a good little soundbite that we could put in there. And I'd come across this weird ass fucking video song that Terry Hall had did a song with D12, the rap group D12 and the Gorillas. And I was like, Stuart, have you ever heard this? And Stuart's like, no, what the fuck? So I kind of like looked into it, and the song's called 911. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I listened to it, and I found the backstory to it was D12 was over in England without Eminem. So Eminem's not on the track. So it's all the other guys. They're over in England. 9/11 happens. They get stuck in England because they can't fly back to the United States, obviously, because 9/11 happened. So the Gorillas invite D12 into the studio to just record a song, and Terry Hall of the Specials happens to be there. So they record this fucking wild, like Gorillas, like funky rap song, and Terry Hall sings the fucking chorus on it, and I'm like, dude, this is wild. It was just kind of wild because like it's like, damn, you never would have thought to see Terry Hall on a fucking D12 track, and I was just like, damn,
That's dope.
man had reach everywhere. So true legend. Rest in peace, Terry Hall.
R.I.P.
63 years old.
Rest in peace.
If you guys haven't heard the Specials, go listen to them. Greatest ska
Educate
band of all
yourself.
time. Yeah, get real, because like that's where it all started. And
Some of the most important music of the 20th century, right there.
absolutely. So, but on that note, it's been a Pop Culture Rehab. Make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you thumb up the YouTube videos. We need that. If maybe leave a nice comment or a hate comment. We love all that shit. So just make sure you interact with our content. We got Stu cranking out fire videos. We got Jack cranking out fire intros. We got the front office doing God's work like always. And I'm just here to bring heat. So, make sure you check us out. Give us some support. And we will 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll see you guys. What?
And Merry Christmas to all our friends and
Oh
family.
yeah. Merry Christmas. Sorry,
This
I'm a
is,
bah humbug. I don't even think about holidays.
Scrooge.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll see everybody after the holidays. Travel safe. Have fun with everybody.
And happy Hanukkah.
Yeah,
I know,
happy
we,
Hanukkah.
I know we joke a lot
Absolutely.
about Kanye West on the podcast, but I just want to wish you all a happy Hanukkah.
Absolutely.
Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, happy fucking whatever you. If you don't
Kwanzaa.
celebrate, get drunk and get fucked up. And I hope you have a miserable, like a great miserable day. So, but on that note, see you guys tomorrow 9 a.m.